Do you know the myth of Icarus? A young man, blinded by ambition, defied the gods and paid a heavy price. But what was his real crime? And what can we learn from his story? Join us on this journey to ancient Greece and discover the secrets behind the myth of Icarus. Imagine an endless labyrinth, a stone prison where freedom is a distant dream. Daedalus and Icarus, father and son, were trapped in that hell. But Daedalus, with his ingenuity, devised a bold plan, to build wings of feathers and wax to escape by flying. However, Icarus' ambition led him to defy his father's warnings and soar too close to the sun. What happened next? Discover the tragic story of Icarus and dive into a world of myths and legends that still fascinate us today. Icarus was a character in Greek mythology, the son of the inventor and architect Daedalus. Both were trapped on the island of Crete by King Minos, who feared Daedalus would reveal the secrets of his labyrinth. To escape, Daedalus built a pair of wings made of feathers held together by wax, both for himself and his son. The myth of Icarus is set in ancient Greece, a civilization that placed great importance on gods and nature. The Greeks believed in divine beings with superhuman powers, and flying was considered a faculty of the gods. Greek myths, like that of Icarus, explain natural phenomena, transmit cultural values, and explore the human condition. To escape the island of Crete, Daedalus and Icarus took to the skies with their wax wings. Daedalus warned his son not to fly too close to the sun, as the heat would melt the wax. However, blinded by excitement and the desire for freedom, Icarus disobeyed his father and climbed higher and higher. The sun's heat melted the wax on his wings, and Icarus fell into the sea, losing his life. The myth of Icarus has been subject to various interpretations throughout history. Icarus represents ambition and arrogance. Represents the individual who, blinded by desire, ignores warnings and rushes toward his own destruction. Icarus is also related to the pursuit of freedom. Icarus' flight symbolizes humanity's yearning to break free from limitations and achieve the impossible. This myth is also a symbol of the father-son relationship. The story of Daedalus and Icarus reflects generational conflicts and the difficulty of passing wisdom to the young. Icarus represents also the limits of the human condition, reminding us that we are not omnipotent and must respect the laws of nature. Despite its specificity, the myth of Icarus resonates with other mythological narratives from various cultures, myths, and stories. For example, like Icarus, the builders of the Tower of Babel sought to reach the divine, defying established limits. Both myths convey the idea that excessive ambition can lead to downfall. In Genesis, Adam and Eve are expelled from paradise for disobeying God and eating the forbidden fruit. Like Icarus, they succumb to temptation and experience a fall. But we also see parallels with other Greek myths, like Prometheus. This Greek titan stole fire from the gods to give it to humans, defying divine authority. Like Icarus, Prometheus was punished for his boldness. These myths, like that of Icarus, explore universal themes such as ambition, disobedience, the pursuit of perfection, and the consequences of our actions. The myth of Icarus has been the subject of numerous psychological analyses. Some of them quite well known, others not so much, like the Icarus complex. This concept refers to the tendency of some people to be extremely ambitious, to the point of risking everything to achieve their goals, often with catastrophic results. Icarus' story can be seen as a metaphor for adolescence, a stage marked by the search for identity, rebellion, and the need for self-assertion. Paradoxically, the myth of Icarus has also been used to explain the fear of flying. Icarus' fall represents the fear of losing control and falling into the void. The myth of Icarus remains relevant through the ages because of its universal symbolism. The themes of ambition, freedom, limits, and downfall are universal and still resonate with contemporary audiences. Icarus' myth is also a metaphor for the human condition, invites us to reflect on our own nature, desires, and limitations. Also, because of its adaptability, the story of Icarus is flexible enough to be adapted to different cultural contexts and historical periods. The myth of Icarus has transcended time and culture, becoming an archetype that allows us to explore our human condition. Its ability to adapt to different contexts and genres makes it an inexhaustible source of inspiration for artists and creators worldwide. It's a timeless story that continues to resonate in the collective consciousness. Throughout the centuries, this myth has been reinterpreted and adapted to different cultural contexts, yet its core message remains unchanged: the importance of finding a balance between our desires and our limitations. Icarus reminds us that while freedom is a fundamental value, we must be aware of the risks involved in pursuing it at any cost.